back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover some more of this Gundam stuff, guys. More Gundam. When I'm talking Gundam, I'm talking the Hambrabi. This is a very interesting Gundam, needless to say. This thing is very, very evil looking. I do like this thing. This thing is very pointy and it's got a lot of sharp points to it, and I really like that. Not to mention, he does have a very, very, very strange flight mode. This flight mode basically looks like a gigantic manta ray. Just kind of flies around in the air. It's kind of cool that you can just put him in this mode, and it does have ability to hold the rifle like this, but it doesn't really hold it very successfully, unfortunately. But he does look very cool. The transformation from the flight mode directly into the robot mode is fairly straightforward. There really isn't very many tricks here to this, but it is very cool. I do like the fact that he is a very neat looking robot, considering he is all mainly blue. I do like the colors. The colors are very, very cool on him. And I do like the fact that the hose that's actually picked out around his collar is actually in green. Taking a closer look at him though, he's got a very interesting looking head sculpt. I do like the idea that it's got a couple lights here, you know, showing that this is where the actual cockpit area is and all the flight controls and such. And it's really cool. It does not have any posability here whatsoever at this point. Would have been kind of interesting to see some there, but I mean, I can understand, you know, from the reference, it just doesn't work. He does have a very, very interesting looking torso though, a lot of color in there. Considering, you know, this guy's completely blue, it's nice to see some color right here in the actual torso region. Looking at the rest of him, he's got a bit of white here and there that kind of picks out. Obviously, he's got the good old hand swap gimmick, and the hands are fairly decent. They're not very difficult to get to, considering you have a bit of a hand guard over it, but the cool thing I do like about this is the fact that if you don't want to just use the hand guard, you can actually retract these claws down to kind of add a little bit of Wolverine action or anything like that, you know. These are fairly sharp though, just gonna warn you on that. But they don't seem to be too frail or anything. That's something I really do like about this guy. He does have a lot of crazy posability and he's decent. He's not super posable, but I can't really complain much there. The rifle he comes with actually comes in two parts when you do purchase it, and you actually do have to assemble the two, but it's more of an underslung kind of artillery rifle. This is more of a sniper kind of thing to do, but it's a very cool rifle, and the rifle is very large. It's literally taller than the robot, which is kind of crazy. I do kind of like this though. It kind of shows, you know, who's got the big guns and such. You know, this guy being a bit of a baddie, I do like the idea that that just works. He does happen to have fairly decent articulation though. He's got some pretty good knee articulation here. These rubber bits here on the sides here do get out of the way, so that way you can actually do some side kicks if you want. Them being rubber and such, I really wouldn't keep him in a pose like that very long, because you know how this rubber can get. It can get it can pretty much freeze in that position if you leave it there too long. He does have fairly good articulation though with the arms. Arms are very decently articulated. It does have that whole, you know, it can flex his muscle kind of thing. And the wings that are on the back are actually on little ball joints that do move around, not so much in and out, but do move up and down quite a bit, so they can get out of your way. And it allows you to, you know, get them out of the way when you're trying to do certain poses. The thing I do like here, though, he does have these shoulder pads that do flex back and forth, which are kind of nice. That way you can, you know, really give him a bit of a, just a little different look if you really wanted to there. I do like that about him. does have a decent toe, considering, you know, it is a bit of a transformation kind of thing it does too, which is kind of interesting because this guy is very unique because he literally is the only one that I have currently on me that actually does a transformation gimmick. But he's a very cool looking robot. He's very sharp. He just looks evil, and I do like that. He almost looks like he almost has that Conehead syndrome that some of the Transformers do, but I don't know, it's very weird. I just find it funny that the actual lighting that's on his face here with the two things, it kind of looks like somebody smiling with their tongue sticking out here, and then maybe like a funny face here. It's great. I do like it. It's kind of like mocks like the good guys. I think that's hilarious. But anyhow, this has been Plasticon. This has been yet another Gundam review, and I'll see you guys around because I have plenty more coming your guys' way. And that's it for now. Bye.